Hey everybody, it is Anna. Welcome to our full moon spread for March 31st. So I don't know about you, but my last 2 weeks from the new moon were really busy. They were really productive and really amazing, but I'm so looking forward to the full moon in which we start relaxing. We're starting to coast down the hill and sort of recollect ourselves. I'm ready for the break. So I was really excited to do this spread today to help me envision what is coming up in the next 2 weeks, and I hope it's helpful for you as well. So our first question is, what have I created or manifested since the new moon? And I have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is a pope energy. It's often connected to the Roman Catholic Church. And so we might think of it as being religion. But actually, when I think of the church, especially when these cards were developed, the church was actually the public sphere. So the Hierophant's job was to help you move from your home into the world at large. So finding your place in the world, finding where your gifts match, the people you're called to serve, where do your gifts flow into the world? So what this tells me, and this is true for me especially, that this last 2 weeks, I've really begun to find a new place where I am able to be in the world and offer my gifts and find the people who really are best served by my gifts. Particularly in the last 2 weeks when I was offering my March special, I was offering free spiritual healing and transformation for anyone who called. Well, that opened me up to all these amazing people that I otherwise would never have met. And it really broadened my awareness of how much my gifts are called into the world. So hopefully in the last 2 weeks, you have also found yourself finding new places where you've been able to give of yourself and new communities where you can serve and new boldness in being visible in who you really are in the world. And the Hierophant is the one that facilitates that move into the public sphere. So hopefully you've been able to really celebrate who you are in a very public way. Second question is, where am I now? We have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is this young, wonderful, excited energy who's at the beginning of a journey. And Pentacles are about the physical world. They're about creating wealth, working on your jobs or hobbies, working on physical wellness. So the page is basically saying, okay, we're ready to start something new. I'm excited about something new. Something's coming into my awareness that I need to take care of. So that would say to me that, we've been working really hard in developing our gifts. Maybe it's time to redirect some of our attention to our physical well-being. Like maybe we need to, clean up the house, or maybe we need to, cook some wonderful food for ourselves, or go for walks, or something that really benefits us physically. For me, especially, I think I've been so busy the last couple weeks that some of this might have been falling through the cracks. So it's time to let our page speak to us about what else we might need to tend to in these 2 weeks of relative rest. The second question is, what is coming into my conscious awareness? We have the King of Cups reversed. Now, this is interesting because the King of Cups reversed has popped up for me a lot. Now, upright, the King of Cups is this very stabilizing emotional energy. He's on a rocky sea, but his throne remains stable. So that tells us that he is able to navigate dramatic emotions calmly and actually bring calmness to those who are in distress. So he's not repressing emotions. He's not afraid of emotions. He's able to receive them to create wisdom and clarity in our emotions. Now, the reversal might suggest that we are feeling a little fractured in our emotional life. Maybe we're not quite able to navigate things very easily. And this could suggest that, our emotions are getting the better of us. The reason that might happen is because our emotions are trying to tell us something that we don't need to cope with any longer. Often they point to some kind of emotional scarring or wound that is now in our way. So if you're discovering that there are some things that you just can't quite find emotional equilibrium on, that may be what's coming to the surface. Like whatever you've stirred up these last 2 weeks, in the next 2 weeks, you might discover that things start becoming clearer to you. Things that need to be tended are becoming clearer to you so that you can take care of what is hurting and reestablish some emotional equilibrium. What is no longer serving me? So we have the Empress card. I love the Empress card. I think of her as like the Mother Nature card. You can see she's in this beautiful verdant field and she's relaxing, and she's like the one who births things, right? She brings things into being. So what this might suggest to us is if we've been really busy making things happen in these last 2 weeks, we've been really producing and, enjoying the fact that we're able to make things happen. It could be that right now we need to slow down on that. There are seasons of our lives where we need to stop making things happen and instead sort of move into a more relaxed, receptive mode. So I'm going to take that for my answer is that, I've been very productive and I've really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. But if you stay productive all the time, you wear yourself out. We are physical beings. We are part of a physical earth, and our physical earth knows to ebb and flow, just like the moon. So it's time for us to allow ourselves to wane. So if you've been really productive, really active, doing a lot of stuff, you may consider pulling back from that a little bit and giving yourself a chance to rest. So the next question is, how can I release and let go of these energies? So let's just say the energies we're trying to release are these productive energies. How can you let those go? We have the Six of Cups. This is also a lovely card. You can see in this card, we've got two little children and they're sharing cups with flowers in them. This is an idyllic, like golden childhood kind of card, right? It's a card about innocence, about being able to live in this moment and share your heart with somebody and know you're loved and know you are beloved. In this instance, we see there's actually this adult moving away, and that suggests jadedness is walking away. We're looking at the world with fresh, innocent eyes. The number 6 is connected to the idea of harmony. So in this image, we have a harmonizing experience. These two children are experiencing connection and love together. Cups are associated with the heart. So this would tell me that it's time for us to step back from our productive needs and instead maybe get in touch with our hearts, do things that help us feel connected to other people and create harmony for ourselves. Maybe even come into the world with eyes of children, ready to be amazed, ready to be in love with what is around us, and find people who can celebrate that with you. So instead of making things happen, receiving the blessing of things that are already happening and giving yourself a chance to live in that golden light. And the last question, what additional resources are available to me as I release and let go? So let's say we're backing off from our productive energies. One of the energies that can help us is the Star reversed. This makes a lot of sense to me because a lot of times when we get very productive, we're making things happen, we can sometimes connect the way we produce with our own self-worth, which means we're almost afraid to stop producing because what does that mean about me? Am I going to be a failure? Am I losing my edge? Am I, losing some of my capacity? Well, the Star card is a card about restoring your faith in yourself. And the Star card is also very gentle, very quiet card. It's not very active, right? You have 7 stars in the sky and they each connect to an energy center, it's just saying that these stars are clearing out all of your energies and you're just basking in this light and knowing that you are being restored. So the Star card shows up after we've been very, very active and possibly we're a little bit over exhausted. So you can see this woman, she's pouring water into the ground and also into the pool, and this suggests replenishment, letting herself be renewed and refreshed. She's naked, which suggests that she's comfortable in her own skin, and she's gaining ground in trusting and believing in herself. There's also this little bird up here, which I forget what the bird is called, but it's a bird of prophecy, saying that you can listen to your own intuitive instincts and know they are right. But to do that, we do have to find the balance between action and rest. We find our greatest wisdom when we're willing to rest, be silent, and listen to ourselves. The reversal of the card would suggest to me that this is something we need to internalize. We are not the equivalent of what we do. We are the equivalent of all that we are, which is what we do, but also it's how we love. It's how we enjoy things. It's what we believe about ourselves. It's how willing we are to live in this adventure and wonder of the life we are in. So in this full moon, next 2 weeks, I think this spread invites us to set ourselves back a little from taking action and instead realize even when we are at rest, we are valuable and we are growing and we are expanding. And actually we can do it so much better. We can heal so much better and expand so much better and dream so much better when we take the time to rest. So I am definitely receiving this spread with joy and happiness because I want to rest, and I hope you receive it in the same way. So have a wonderful next 2 weeks. Bye.